All right, everyone. So in the last class, we have discussed about that how we can, know about the budget and types of budget, all the things. But today in this section, we are going to know in detail about the things about the budget. Like we were discussing about that how this thing is working in our country, like how the people get opportunity to. Let me just start this thing. Okay. So the first thing that comes in my mind that is about budget. It's to understand the importance of budget. So the objective of budget is second is that to reducing inequalities in income and wealth. This is the major reason that why people are interested in budget, because they are hoping that the government will take steps in a form in such a manner so that the opportunity of income can increase in a middle class group, and so that they can also get a more better option for improving their living of standard. So if we talk about what is written in this section, the economic inequality is an inherent part, means this part cannot be avoided. Part of the every economic system, government aims to reduce such inequalities of income and wealth. Inequalities, what does it mean? It means that some people have so much income and where the some people have very less income. I'll give you a figure that if you understand about you know the per capita income, if you just remove 1% of Indian people, 1% of billionaires per capita income, so you will get our our rest of the population rest of the population per capita income lower than the South Africa people. Means South African people are having much higher per capita income than Indian people. So nowadays that we get figure of per capita income just because the 1% of the Indians people are earning so much, and that's why if we divide it to the number of the population, so we get high per capita income, and because of that we feel that India is growing. But in general, in reality, it is totally different situation, because the 1% of the rich people of India, like a billionaire, millionaire, are earning 100 times or 1,000 times more than the rest of the population. So, so, so the government also, not a government, actually, economy also have an aim to, bring equality in income and wealth. If you talk about the wealth, which stays for the long time, it's called wealth. And income, it's a recurring. It is in regular in nature. Like every month, how much money you get, it's called your income, and whatever you will leave behind after for your next generation is called wealth. So your wealth is something which is for lifetime, and your income is something which you are doing right now, work hard, and because of that you are getting money. So the government aims to influence distribution of income by imposing taxes on rich and spending more on welfare or poor. So economy has a kind of a strategy of bringing equality in between rich people and poor people. They charge from rich people and they give facilities to the poor people in a form of subsidies, in a form of a rationing system, distributing wheat and rice in a lowest cost. And if I tell you my personal point of view, the rich people are so rich because of that. The reason behind that is very simple, that they are so smart. So they know that how to save themselves from taxes. So even it how hard government try to how hard government try to impose taxes on rich people, still rich people are very smarter than the government, and they save themselves. And to this thing, to understand this thing, they just take initiative. Also rich people also take initiative, they fund the government before coming in a ruling party. They give so much fund to the ruling party, to the upcoming government, so that when it came in power, so they can also take care of the people who funded them. So so they are very intelligent. I told you already that rich people are very intelligent, and they take care of their future. They even grandson future. They take care of their grandson future as well. So what happens? We think that our India is a kind of a democratic country where the people have rights to elect the person who will provide the shelters, provide the roads, provide everything, opportunities. But in general, the all people who stand for election, stand for election, they are so rich, and they get so much money from rich people, so that whenever they will come in a power, so they will make a policy in favor of rich people, not in a favor of the people who gave them vote, because the votes are so cheap in India, right? You give them alcohol, they will give you votes. You give them 500 rupees, they will give you votes. You promise them to give them 2,100 rupees, they will give you votes. And on the contrary, if we talk about the people who just take money for giving votes, I don't think so that that's a beneficiary in any manner. On the contrary, the rich people are giving money to the voters, to the party, to stand in the party, to fight the election, and when they came in power, so they will definitely work for the people who just gave the money to them. I know the poor people or middle class people are paying tax, but even the poor class people or middle class people are not aware about that they are paying the tax, and they don't even have a burden of that as well. If you see in the news that the government is planning to increase the tax rate on petrol, generally no one just care. They think like everyone is just bearing this problem, so I'm not alone. So they just adjust, they just accept the situation what is going to happen. So the thing is that we are, even then economists still try to make the equalities in between the people who are rich in a society, who are poor in a society. So they try to make a bridge, they work like a bridge in between the rich people to poor people. And it will reduce income of rich and raise standard of living of poor. But I just tell you from personal point of view that rich people have rich mindset, poor people have poor mindset. That's why they live the life according to their mindset, not because of the government policy will work this much. So I think if this problem, the poverty, if is the biggest problem, it's like a cancer of the country. So if we want to solve this problem, so we need to change the mindset of the people. We should provide education, quality of education, financial education, so that they can do something better in the society. But before that, nothing can work. But still, we are learning the economics, so we should know that what is written in the book. That's why I'm explaining all the things. So, what am I talking right now here? That's reducing inequalities in the distribution of income. The third major objective of economy is to, economic budget. The third is economic stability. We want that our economy does not collapse, should not collapse. So, to bring stability in economy, so that the country can run for the long years, so we should make a budget, right? So, economic stability means absence of large scale in fluctuation in price. Large scale means the price of the milk is rising 1 rupees, 2 rupees is good. It's not so big deal. But if the price of the petrol is rising from 60 rupees to 90 rupees to 100 rupees, it is a very, very big concern, right? So such fluctuation create uncertainty in economy. People will not want to invest in country because the certainty is not there. It is the situation where everything is so fluctuating. So who will want to come to India to do production? Why the Pakistan attacked on India? Why the Pakistan sent the all terrorists to India? Because the world is planning to come to India to do investment in India, and China didn't even want that people come to India to do investment in India. To stop this kind of a opportunity for the India, they give a fund to Pakistan. China gives funds to Pakistan so that the Pakistan can use that fund to make terrorists in the country and can do blast and kind of stuff. So what happens because of this? Because of this, what happens? It becomes a situation in the country. It becomes a fluctuation situation in the country, so that other investors who are planning to come into India to invest, they will have to just think. They will have to take a second thought, because the situation is totally fluctuating. So none of any investor are interested in this kind of situation where the situation of war is just going to happen. Like you may have seen in the news reporter that are talking about they have captured the half of the Pakistan in the midnight. We were just assuming that in early morning you will say that Pakistan is ours now, but now it's so dangerous. Even I have watched the interview of the major of India. He said that you all the people are planning to capture the Pakistan. You know that what is a dangerous thing that you're talking about? We are capturing the area, but not the people. People, how will you kick out the nationalism from those all people who are living in Pakistan? All the Pakistani people are having nationalism for their country. We can kill all the military people and all the terrorists. So can we kill all citizens of the country? No, we can't. And if we don't kill the country people, we will have to take care of those all people. We still have so much population. We are not able to provide education. We are not able to provide employment. And still we are talking about to capture Pakistan, and we will take care of them as well. It is totally blunder mistake that we are going to make, and people are just making this kind of stuff. Military doesn't work like this. The situation is totally different now. It is not like in 1947, like we are capturing the Pakistan and the Pakistan will become part of India. No, it's not possible. If it will, So it will be very disaster mistake of India, because the people of Pakistan will be able to come India easily without any restriction. They will come to Delhi, they will come to India, any part of the India, they can blast anything. Because the country is destroyed, their country is destroyed, so they will work for their country. On their face, they will say, yes, we are ready to be a part of India, but once they will become a part of India, they will just come up with a new face of being a terrorist for the country, for the nationalism. Yes or no? So this is called world economics or world politics. But right now we are talking about the economic stability comes with a great budget. Okay, with a great budget. So economic stability means absence of a large-scale fluctuation in price. Such fluctuations create uncertainties in the economy. Government can exercise control over the fluctuations through taxes and expenditure. If there is uncertainty in economy, like people are not able to get a job, so what government can do? Government can provide opportunity to the people to get a more job. Like if the government has a plan to make up new roads, so the people who are living in the country, living in that place, they will have an opportunity to work as a worker. So they will get an opportunity to do a job. All the artists, all the engineers, all the building makers will get money, will get opportunity to do a job, right? So, and even the road is finished, so the all shopkeeper will have opportunity to sell products over there. The market will stabilize, new markets will come up, and new markets will encourage new customers to visit, and new customers will also push the demand. And as the demand will push, so what will happen? New producer will come in the market, new businesses will be started, and the economy will start to move. Getting me? So the expenditure also plays a very big role. If the government is increasing expenditure, it means it is increasing the opportunity of getting job. So, like the government is talking about that 10,000 jobs are new vacancy are coming. It means 10,000 people are now being elected for giving a salary, for producing new things. So jobs are directly linked with the development. How many jobs are created in the country will have a direct relationship with the development, because all jobs which will be created, which will create some stuff, which will shine the name of the country, and which for the India will be known. Getting me? So this is what I'm talking about. There is one more thing that is written: inflationary tendency. Inflationary tendency. If there is a tendency means if there is expectation that the price of some stuffs are gonna rise. So here the budgetary policy works. Like the price of onion, you may have seen many times in the past, it's risen so much. The government takes a decision to price ceiling. Does price ceiling? The price cannot be exceeded to the particular price. It saves the farmer, it saves the customer also. And the emerges when aggregate demand is higher than aggregate supply. So what is inflation tendency? Inflation tendency happens only when the supply is less and demand is very much. The price automatically rises. If suppose you want this pen, so I'm ready to give you this pen of 10 rupees, but suppose all of the students who are sitting in the class, they want this pen and the pen quantity is only 1. So now I have an opportunity, I can sell this pen as much the price I want. Like if I want to sell this pen of 20 rupees, if you have 20 rupees, so you will buy it. And if they have more than 20 rupees, more than you, so they will offer me big amount, like 25 rupees. And other people will demand me like of 50 rupees or 100 rupees. So the price will increase. Yes or no? Because the quantity is limited. So this situation is called tendency of inflation. And this situation is called महंगाई, right? So during deflation, what happens? No one has money. I am the producer, I produce 10 quantity of pen, no one is buying it, even they need it because they don't have money. So that situation is called deflation. Deflation means it is a situation where people do not have opportunity to buy anything because they don't have money enough. They don't have enough money for buying food, or buying clothes, buying anything. So market goes down. When we say that market is goes down, it means people do not have money for this. Or maybe the style of market is changed. The product you are selling is not so in a use. The product you are talking about have some substitutes, and the substitutes product is much better than yours. So maybe because of that, your product is not being sold. So during the deflation, government increases its expenditure. I told you, government increase expenditure because they want to give money in the hand of the citizens so that they can go to market and buy some stuff. Getting me? And gives tax concession, means they give a rebate on the taxes. They don't take much taxes so that people have more income in their hands, and they can use their income for going on vacations to Nainital, Shimla, Manali, and there they can spend money and can push the cycle of economy to run, right? So in short, policies of surplus budget during inflation and deficit budget during deflation means, deficit means ghate ka budget, means where the expenditure is much, income is less. It's called deflation, deflate budget. Deficit budget. Deficit budget means where the expenditure is much more than the income, means income is 1000 rupees and expenditure is 1200 rupees. So it is called deficit budget. What is it? Deficit budget. In normal layman language, we can say it is unfavorable budget, where the profit is not of government, here the profit of citizens. Getting me? Because expenditure is being made. On the contrary, this kind of budget is only useful when there is a low in economy is not running, there is no any money in the economy, people do not have much money for creating demands. So that time, government should take deficit budget so that they spend more and people get more money and push some demand. On the contrary, if there is inflation, so government should focus on inflationary budget, or we can say that it is a price of surplus budget. It's called surplus budget, where the income is much more and expenditure is very less. So the problem is here that some people are becoming so rich and most of the people are same, literally same. They are middle class, they are literally same. What happens when some people, some percentage of people create so much demand of some particular goods? So government has to take decision to stop this kind of inflation. They increase the taxes. And what happens? The mistake of rich people is beared by the poor people. Poor people also have to pay tax, right? Getting me? Not understanding? I'm telling you. Suppose there is inflation and government need to take control of the inflation. महंगाई कम करनी है. So हिंदी बोलूँगा. So there is inflation. There is inflation. The government should take the control of inflation. So what the government should do? Should impose more taxes. What happens when the tax is imposed? Goods becomes costly. Price rises of the goods. This book was coming of 500 rupees. Now it will come of 700 rupees. So I'm the middle class person. So will I be ready to buy this book? No. And rich people don't care about taxes. So what is the benefit of imposing taxes? Rich people literally don't care about taxes. They have so much money. Where the poor people really hit by the taxes. Rich people know that how to save themselves from taxes. Where the poor people don't know. They get salary, and as they get salary, they are taxed, tedious. They have nothing in their hands. And as much amount they have, when they go to buy Parle-G, still on that they give tax. Education gives us enlightenment, right? Enlightenment. And without education, everything would feel good. Everyone feels like, they are my friend, they are my sarkar, they are my old politician. He is my younger brother, elder brother. He will take care of us. But when you become educated, you really know that who is yours. Without education, everyone feels like he is my brother, he is my friend. Even he is trying to cheat you, but still you feel like it's. So I hope so you have understood about the thing that I'm explaining, and this class is almost. I just need to go to the section, like of this. Yeah, it's almost a 18 minutes class. I think it is enough, but it is not actually, because our topic is not done. Topic is not done. So let's go to the fourth motive of budget. That fourth motive is management of public enterprises. Public enterprises means there are large number of public sector industries, especially natural monopoly, which are stabilized and managed for social welfare of the public. Budget is prepared with the objective to making various provision for managing such enterprises and providing them financial help. Like if I talk about cylinder, it's for social welfare, right? But the cost of cylinder is very high. If the cost of cylinder is very high, people will consume less cylinder. Second, people need the cylinder. So the government gives them subsidy. The cost of cylinder is 1,000 rupees, but government is providing us in 500 rupees. So who is paying the 500 rupees? Government is paying the 500 rupees in place of us. So the government has a responsibility to take care of the country, right? Got it? So management of public enterprises. These all the public, like Indian Oil and all the things. Indian Oil is a wrong example actually. HP Petroleum. It's like LPG gas section I'm talking about. Okay, but it is not like that. And fifth reason is that why the budget is needed. Economic growth. If we want economic growth, we need a powerful budget. We need so powerful budget and with implementation. With implementation, not just only paper. Right. So the economic growth implies a sustainable increase in the GDP of an economy. It is considered, but I don't believe on this because GDP may be rising just because of the production of alcohol. As it is shown in the during lockdown, people are keep talking about the economy is boost just because of the consumption of alcohol. Every drinker should go to buy alcohol. This will boost the economy. They didn't open the schools. They didn't open gyms. They don't help anything. They know that the tax is much higher on alcohol, and alcoholic people are so addicted. They will create a job, they will create a demand, and they open liquor shop first. It's a bad sign of the country, but still we can do nothing. An increase in a volume of the goods and services produced in economy, the budget can. Okay, I should hear. The budget can be effective tool to ensure the economic growth in the country. We should increase the budget for education. समझ में आ रही इसके बाद क्या मतलब है? अब आपको समझ में आ रहा है कि अगर कहते हैं कि बजट बढ़ाना चाहिए एजुकेशन सेक्टर के लिए, मीन्स द स्पेंडिंग ऑन एजुकेशन शुड बी इंक्रीज. Earlier it was being spent only 1 lakh rupees, so now it should be 4 lakh to 5 lakh rupees. Then the economy will get growth. Then the country will grow. Otherwise, we are just spending 2% or 3%. We can see that how many percentage of the budget is used on education. How many percentage of budget is used on education? So you see, the amount that you will see on the screen will shock you. My internet is not working that much faster like as it should be. It's okay, let me just wait for some time. It will take some time because I don't use this browser. Alright, so have you understood about the thing that why the budget is important? I think all the people who are sitting in the class can understand that what I spoke. Have you understood? You're the student of economics, so you may it may help you, right? Definitely. Okay. So the next thing that I'm gonna tell you that is very important. That is, now we're going to talk about the components of budget. That is a very important topic. I have three more points which I want to discuss, but the sixth reason of making budget is that reducing regional disparities. Reducing regional disparities means the government budget aims to reduce regional disparities through its taxation expenditure policy of encouraging setting up for the production units in the economically backward region. I think the time is up, and I will come to the next class with the next time. So see you till then. Bye bye. Good day. Jai Hind. Vande Mataram. Jai Bharat. Bharat Mata ki Jai.